cheaters and manipulators, these types of kids or adults, they want to argue with you. They're going to try to argue with you about stuff. So I said number 3 is arguing about anything. So it could be a close line call, like I was talking about with number 2. Could be anything. Could be arguing about the score. Could be arguing about the time that you're taking. Arguing about anything. Basically, cheaters and manipulators on the tennis court, they want to get in your head and they want to talk to you. They want to get you talking. They want to get into it. They want to get into a back and forth. And I talked about it in episode 42. You want to stay away from that crap. You want to keep out of any kind of distracting argument, talk that will get you out of your zone. Your job as a player is to try to stay in the zone, to stay in the flow, to play your best tennis, to play your peak tennis. And your job is, in some ways, your job is to try legally to get your opponent out of their zone, but not illegally. What cheaters will do, what really dirty players will do, is they'll do anything in their power to try to distract you, to get you talking, to argue with you. And for me at least, when I get into those types of arguments, I usually don't focus well following. Some players are able to get into it, have a heated exchange, and then go play the next point well. But I find that is really more the exception than the rule. For myself, when I was competing, pro circuit, college, juniors, as I became more savvy, is I would try to get my opponent to shut up. I would tell them to be quiet. Don't talk to me. If you have something to say, you say it to the umpire. Go get the tournament director or something like that. And I think that is a much better tact for most personalities. Now, if you have the type of personality like you're a future trial attorney and you want to get at it with someone and then you're able to go back to the baseline and play really good tennis, that's something different. I'll leave that up to you. But in general, I would recommend not getting into a lot of arguing with a manipulator because they're usually very good at arguing and they're probably going to spin the story around and get in your head and say things that push your buttons. And before you know it, you're focusing more on arguing about this or that than actually how you want to compete, how you want to put together your points, your strategy, and you're losing control of your own game. So I think as a general rule, try to stay out of those confrontations unless you're very good at arguing and it doesn't affect your game, if that makes sense.